All right, and over on this side we have the MFD. So remember how I was saying that we basically had every single engine instrument on here from the steam pack, right? So over here, the ones that aren't shown over here but are on the MFD, we've got the tach. You can also just hit this and it'll pop up with everything you need. So that's my tachometer right now. I'm actually currently just kind of sitting on the runway, sitting right angled off because it's a little easier so I don't have to have the autopilot on in this thing. So you can hit a lot of different things, right? You can have different views over here. You can have assist, and then you can also see your fuel. You can add fuel to this. You can put fuel tabs in there. You can check everything full, right? So you can say to the tab, say if you fueled it there. You say full if you fueled it full, and it'll do that. Undo. So that's when you're fueling, right? On the map, you can hit the map. We're at the map, obviously. But over here again, it changes the views. So you can do that over there or back over here. You've got checklists. So this is kind of, you have all these different checklists, right? You use this knob right over here. Actually, it's probably this. It's the FMS, right? You use this knob right here. This is the FMS. This will kind of navigate you through just about everything on here. So this is what you'll use. So you hit go to next checklist, and over here we have enter. This is like your standard enter soft key. That's how you just hit enter on the screen, right? So I use the FMS knob, I scroll down, and I hit enter on go to next checklist. So you can have all your different emergency procedures on here electrically, and so you don't have to go and have the paper one. Obviously, paper one might be a little bit quicker, but it's pretty quick to go into there. You just hit checklist, you flip over to emergency if you want, and it'll show up with all the different ones that you can have. You scroll all the way down. Say if I want to do ditching, right? Ditching, enter. Obviously, this is a Cirrus, so they're going to have CAPS, which is their parachute system. If we go back, this is where everything kind of has the controls for this. So you can hit menu, you can look at all the map setups, you can look at the clutter, right? So if I wanted less things on here, hit clear, oh, my bad. Clear, it'll exit, that's over down here. Let me get a bit of wider zoom on this. There we go, that's better. Okay, so now that we can see all this, right? We're going to have different things. So flight plan, this is where it really happens. There's the flight plan over here, right there. But that one isn't really as good as this one right here. So this flight plan, you hit flight plan right. I have a flight plan in right now. If I want to change it at all, I press this, the FMS, right? Move the big knob on the bottom, and I'll be able to enter in anything I want. If I wanted this out, I'd go over here, click clear, and I'd hit enter, I'll remove it. If I wanted to add it back in, right, I'm already highlighted there. I'm just going to write in. So if I want to do Charlottesville, I do KCHO. Slide that down. Oh, my bad. KCHO. Hit enter. And it pops right in there. Another thing you can do is if you want to activate the leg, right? You go over here. You hit enter. Oh, my bad. You go over here, and this little button right here, you hit activate leg, it'll show activate, hit yes, and it'll activate it right on here. It'll also pop it up on the HSI, and it will also pop it up right over here. So right now, it obviously wants me to turn, which reflects what that screen is showing as well. So that's one thing that you can do with the flight plan. It's pretty easy. The flight plans are really amazing, and one of the easiest things to do on a G1000 is the flight plan, especially because editing it is pretty simple. You don't have to completely switch it around. If you want to edit a single point, you can just scroll through, edit that one point, add whatever you want, and stuff like that. Down here is your VNav profile, right? So it's going to show all your different things. Obviously, I'm not moving right now, so it's not going to show anything. I'm going to get out of this area right here. Oh, I got to click that. Clear. Another thing you do is just home, right? All the different areas you can have. Over here on this button right here, we have comm and nav, right? So if I want to change my nav, I hit nav, and then I should be able to just move and change. Oh, my bad. I'm on comm. So if I'm on comm, right, it's going to move that over there. If I want to change it to nav and change my navs, I hit nav, and it will move my navs. So this is also our radio right here. So we have kind of everything in one central panel, which is the nice thing about the G1000 is that it keeps everything pretty centralized and doesn't really have everything spread across, where instead you can just kind of have it as one single thing. All right, next up, I'm gonna highlight the differences and the similarities of the SteamPack and the G1000. I think I pretty much went through all the capabilities of it so far. Again, we have the engine, so you can have all the engine monitoring it. The one thing I don't think I showed is when on your flight plan, right? So I have the flight plan activated currently from Richmond to Stafford Regional, and then it's going to go to Charlottesville. It shows my track needed, right? So my track's going to be 4 degrees. Oh, sorry, my track, yeah, that's my track that I'm going to have, right? This is my current track. Obviously, I'm not moving, so it's not going to show the ETE. And all the different things. So it'll show the distance, show my bearing, ground speed, everything like that on there. We have the fuel here, right? Left, right, gallons per hour, all the different things, my volts, my cylinder head temperatures. If I want to see anything else, I just kind of look in here. And it's pretty simple. We got our oil over here, our gallons used, gallon flow. There's just really a lot of information, a lot of things you can do on this system. And I think that's about it for now, without going into a little bit too much detail. That's a pretty comprehensive, I think, overview of the capabilities of the G1000. And next up, I'll just be highlighting most of the similarities and differences of the SteamPack and the G1000.